The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. The Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oklahoma's offense will be first on the attack. This Red River rivalry has... History of great finishes, and the Longhorns pulled that one out last year, David.
Yeah, they found a way to get it done. And listen, this rivalry means so much. You think OU Jesse's heard a little bit about this over the last year?
Of course they have, David. I think both these teams, because of how last year's game ended, they knew this one was going to be a dogfight. They were prepared to come in here and play 60 minutes plus to try to get the W.
Looking for room, it's Robinson. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Try and play action. Got rid of it just in time.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, and forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. So the Texas Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Sends it back in motion. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. The quick out. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. To the air on 1st down. And they're not on the same page there. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Unloads to the right. It's complete. He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business, first and goal.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them.
They will score! Touchdown, Longhorns! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. A game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Got it in the middle. It's Wheeler. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys. He's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
The Sooners line up to punt it away. First part was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defense. Pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Working that wide receiver screen. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's McCutcheon. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to throw. It's Dampier. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sategna. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Sooners will hustle for the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football. And
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Sooners will call on their punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. On the ground, it's Simon. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive lineman gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
yeah,
Oh, he's got some space. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Across the 25, he's got room. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Longhorns are on the move. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary, 5-star defensive back, gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at...
Deep shot for the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. He's got it on the run. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looking for a gap. It's Robinson. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. First and 10. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Lost one deep down the right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's at the 50, at the 30, inside the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal. Not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Flacco should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UConn. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on first and 10. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Dampier. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Texans! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Sooners come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it inside the 30. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about. Till that play right there, they finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man all by himself. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Caught over the middle. It's McCutcheon. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. He lost one down the sideline. He's got it at the 20. Turning it on. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Makes the catch. It's Simon. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Still running at the 40. Lots of running room. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Quickly complete. Touchdown Longhorn! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Trying to set up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Now, I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and take it back. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. First snap in this drive comes from their own 44. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Simon. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Now on first down from the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A shot for the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right?
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards.
Touchdown, Texas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. And the Sooners are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Under fire. And down he goes back at the 3. They bring the punter onto the field now. It doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Catch in the middle, it's Simon.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Finds the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Back to pass on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Looking for space. It's Robinson. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Forced out of the pocket. Shakes off the defender. Breaks into the open. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th-quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. After run, now throw. Got his man downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Back to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. 1st down here for the offense. Finds his man. It's McCutcheon. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Makes the grab. It's McCutcheon. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The offense changing the play. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Off play action. Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Trying to take it back. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. throws to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. The Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Hunt. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you can tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation. Hit.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Pulls it in. It's Clark.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Going over the top. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. They'll try to get the first through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, showed a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
On 1st down from their own 22. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's got room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going up top. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And the Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Fierce to pressure. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. To the air on first down. He's taking the deep shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.